Good morning, my dear student. Today we are going to start your class 12th history, chapter 10, colonialism and countrysides. In this chapter, we will read today the topic, the hoe and the plow. The topic, hoe and plow. I hope you can understand that the meaning of hoe and meaning of plow. I mean to say that hoe, it means just like a what? Agriculture equipment. Like kudal or axe. And plow, it is also the farming equipment. But here you have to think, you have to read that what is the meaning of hoe. Hoe indicate the particular tribal group, the Paharia. And plow, Santhal. Paharia, they were what? Basically they were herders. They were what? I mean to say that ki small peasants. They were shifting cultivators. And they were what? Just like the persons who raided Santhals area and looted them. And Santhals, they were what? Cultivators. Their place that was what? Stable. I mean to say that stability is the important what? Part of the Santhals. Santhals स्थायी जीवन जीते थे. फार्मिंग, अपने एग्रीकल्चर फार्मिंग जो थे उनकी, एग्रीकल्चर फार्मिंग में वो एक निश्चित जीवन बना के रहते थे. So in this chapter we will discuss that plow and hoe, and we will also read about that the conflict between the plow and hoe and how their conflicts, their disputes that was used by the Britishers, and how the Britishers used what? The Santhals' work and activities. We will read. We will also discuss about the conditions of the outsiders who reach their places and they establish himself. Here, one more thing important which also we read today, that is the plow, the hoe. It means they were not stable their life. They were wandered either and either one place to other place. They move one agriculture plot to other plot in the farming of the shifting cultivation, and they have no what? The proper agriculture farming technique. But here we have seen the situation that has totally changed. The Santhals, they were better cultivators than the Paharias. So Paharias' livelihoods, Paharias, their what? The daily life, that was totally changed. That was totally different from the Santhals. We will read both. And I think you have remember my previous class where I have discussed what points? I have discussed the condition of the जमींदार in Bengals. बंगाल में जमींदारों की कंडीशंस के बारे में हम लोगों ने बात कर ली थी. वेयर वी हैव डिस्कस दैट कि जमींदार किस तरीके से अपने जो ड्यूज थे उसको नहीं दे पाते थे. Where we have also discussed that how Jamidars defaulted on payments, what was the problem of Jamidar, and why the Bardhaman, like other Jamidaris, auctioned by the Britishers. Where we have also discussed about the permanent settlement. But here in this chapter we will read what? Where I mean to say that the wetland of we have going to what हम जा रहे हैं, we are going to study about the different land like the wetland of Bengal and the dry zone. From the region of the what, we are going to read the dryad zone. Dryad zone, it means like where the zones from region of the settled the cultivations to one where shifting agriculture was practiced. You will see the change that came about, then the swallowing of the pasture and the forest in the Rajmahal hills. You will also see how these changes created variety of the conflicts within the regions. These are all you have to what you have to be read in this chapter in this class. We will focus also the account of the Buchanan's and what was the meaning of Buchanan's account. No need to explain that. In my previous video I have already taught you about who was Buchanan and what was his role, why he was appointed to search the new places. These are all we have discussed in my previous video. Today we will continue your topic, the problems of the conflict between the I mean to say that कि पहाड़िया और संथालों के बीच के जो कन्फ्लिक्ट वो क्यों होते थे. इफ यू लुक लेट 18th century record, we learn that these hill folk were known as Paharia. Paharia, they lived where the I mean to say that mountain regions. वो पर्वतीय इलाकों में, पहाड़ी इलाकों में, हिली एरिया में रहते थे. पहाड़ियाज, उन्हें ऐसे लोगों को जो हिल फॉक थे, जो हिल फॉक they were known as Paharia. They lived around the Rajmahal hills, subsisting on forest produce and practicing shifting cultivation. They cleared the patches of forest by cutting and bushes and the burying the undergrowth. On these patches, enriched by the potash from the ash, the Paharia grew a variety of pulse and the millets for the consumptions. They searched the ground lightly with the hoe, cultivated the clear land a few years, then left it fallow so that it could recover its fertility and move to new area. I think there is no need to explain that here. What I am explaining about the shifting cultivation, which was done by the Paharias. They cleared the forest first, they cut it down, and after burning the waste material of the forest, I mean to say the woods, leaves, with the help of their asses, they fertile their lands and they farming on particular regions. And 1 year to other year and next year they moved one place to other place. That was a shifting cultivation. It was done by the Paharias. But just opposite, just opposite the condition of the Santhals, that was totally different. Santhals, they lived their life as a stable. I mean to say that they lived a stable life. They developed their proper farming on the particular regions. They didn't move one place to other place. That was the different. Santhals, their livelihood depend upon the forest and forest wood. From the forest, they collected mahua. I mean to say that a flower of food, silk, cocoons, and resin for sale, and wood for charcoal productions. The undergrowth that spread like a mat below the tree and the patches of grass that covered the land left fallow provided the pasture for the life. The life of the Paharia as a hunters, shifting cultivators, that is the very important. Paharia, their life, hunters, shifting cultivators. It means Paharia, they were hunters, they were shifting cultivators, food gatherers, charcoal producers, silkworm rearers, was thus the humanity connected to the forest. They lived in the hut meant within what? Within tamarind groves of the rested shade of the mango trees. They considered that entire region as their land, the basis of, I mean to say that where they lived, basis of their identity as well as survival. Why they called the name Paharia? It means the people, the folk. I mean to say that what? They were कहाँ के थे ये लोग? माउंटेन हिल फॉक पीपुल, पहाड़ों पे रहने वाले ट्राइबल पीपुल्स थे ये. इनकी पूरी की पूरी लाइफ किस पे डिपेंड थी? इनकी होल लाइफ डिपेंड थी उन चीजों पे जिसको ये प्राप्त कर रहे थे जंगलों से. देयर होल लाइफ डिपेंड ऑन दैट. एंड फर्स्ट विद दैट वाज द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. देयर इज नो नीड टू एक्सप्लेन अगेन. आई एम टेलिंग अबाउट दैट the identity as well survival. They resisted the institutions of the outsiders. Their chiefs maintained the unity of the groups, settled disputes, and led the tribes in the battle with the other tribes and the plains people. What we have seen here, we are reading about the condition of Paharia. The Paharia, their life that was totally changed from the plains regions people. Paharia, their whole livelihood depend upon the what? Forest goods. They were shifting cultivators. Sometimes they raided on the plains areas peoples. And that's why there are so many disputes and conflicts arise. That type of conflict, that type of disputes, if it happened between the two tribal groups, the chieftains of that groups, they manage that type of dispute. It is the responsibility, duty of the chieftains that they settled disputes and led tribes in battles with other tribes, the plains people. It is the duty. Suppose sometimes when the tribal people, what? They went from the hilly area to, I mean to say the hilly area to plains for raid. I mean to say that for the purpose of लूटेड, उनको लूटने के लिए प्लेन्स को, तो वहां पे ये चिफ्टम्स उनको क्या करते थे? लीड करते थे. आई हैव आल्सो taught you in my previous video in my previous class that the other duty of the chieftains. What was the other duty of the chieftains? The chieftains, what? They settled, I mean to say that they settled a rule for the outsiders. If any outsiders, if any traders want to sell and purchase the goods in the tribal area, I mean the Paharia regions, without the permission, without the acceptations of the chieftains, he can't do. वो नहीं कर सकता था. It is the very difficult for them if without permission he entered in their regions. They were looted, they were not protected by someone, and that condition is totally against for the traders. So traders paid some extra, what? Like taxes, like such type of, I mean to say that the peace by paying. Traders want peace, so that's why they paying some money to the chieftains. And when the chieftains had paymented by them, what? The permission to use the pieces controlled by them. Once the toll was paid, the Paharia chiefs protected the traders, ensuring that their goods were not plundered by anyone. Their goods not plundered by anyone. It is the very important things which I want to share with you. That is the duty. I mean to say that is the role of the chieftains in the Paharia regions. The negotiated peace was somewhat the fragile. It broke down in the last decade of the 18th century when the frontiers of the settled agriculture were being aggressively extended in the eastern India. The British encouraged forest clearance, and jamidars and jotdar turned the uncultivated lands into rice field. To the British extension of the settled agriculture was necessary to what? enlarge the sources of the land revenue, produce crop for export, and establish the basis of the settled, ordered society. They also associated forest with the wildness and saw forest people as a savage. The Britishers, the East India Company officers, they treated himself as a uncivilized people, the primitive humans. What? Saw forest people as a savage, unruly, the primitive, and the difficult to govern. So that they felt that forest had to be cleared and settled agriculture established, and the forest people tamed, civilized, and proceeded to give up hunting and take to plow agriculture. Britishers very easy way. I mean to say that according to gentle way they try to prove. They cleverly try to impose their rules on the Paharyas. बड़ी चालाकी के साथ वो अपने नियम और कानून पहाड़िया के ऊपर थोपना चाहते थे. फर्स्ट दे रिकग्नाइज देम एज ए अनसिविलाइज्ड, वाइल्डनेस, द सेवेज, unruly. It means all words which indicate that they were not the civilized men. That word used by the Britishers to the Paharyas. But the situations, what they explained, that was not similar. उनसे समान नहीं था, उनसे अलग था, उन चीजों में डिफरेंसेस थे. इन चीजों को हमने देखा, समझा, और फिर हम लोगों ने समझने का प्रयास किया कि किस तरीके से डेवलपमेंट हो रहे थे, किस तरह से विकास हो रहे थे. अब we are going to read where the conditions, the settled expanded and the under the forest and the pasture connected the expanded of the conflicts between hill folk and settled cultivators. What I tell you that Santhals, they were settled cultivators. संथाल्स देवर सेटल्ड कल्टिवेटर्स, एक स्थायी जीवन जीने वाले संथाल्स थे. एंड द कंफ्लिक्ट स्टार्टेड बिटवीन संथाल्स एंड द पहाड़िया, बिटवीन हो एंड प्लाव, बिटवीन पहाड़िया एंड संथाल्स, बिटवीन शिफ्टिंग कल्टिवेटर्स एंड सेटल्ड कल्टिवेटर्स. बिटवीन देम वन पावर, I mean to say that between them one what extra power working, that was EIC, and outsiders. इनके बीच काम करने वाली एक नई शक्ति थी, वो थी आउटसाइडर्स, जो इन दोनों को अपने तरीके से यूज कर रही थी, जो इनके कमर्शियल गुड्स को खरीद रही थी, जो इनके द्वारा साफ की गई जमीनों पे एक्स्ट्रा, I mean to say जोतदार और जमींदार को उन क्षेत्रों से इन्वॉल्व करके, उन क्षेत्रों की जमींदारी दे करके उससे बड़े फार्मिंग, राइस फार्मिंग तैयार करा रही थी, जिससे ब्रिटिशर्स को क्या मिले, बड़े पैमाने पे रेवेन्यू प्रॉपर उनको मिलता रहे. ये चीजें, ये स्टेप जो थी वो ब्रिटिशर्स की थी, वो इम्प्लीमेंट कर रहे थे, वो चला रहे थे. दैट आर द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग्स which you have to understand. The conflict, what was the reason of the conflict between the Ho and Paharia? I mean to say Ho and Plow, Paharia and Santhals. What was the reason behind that? No doubt, they were used by East India Company according to their own ways. अपने अपने तरीकों से इनका इस्तेमाल करना चाहते थे. हो को वो अनसिविलाइज बताते थे और उनसे हंटिंग छोड़ करके जंगलों को साफ करके खेती की जमीन बनाने के लिए तैयार करना चाहते थे. और दूसरी तरफ प्लाऊ, इट मीन संथाल्स, देवर सेटल्ड कल्टिवेटर्स, इनको क्या करना चाह रहे थे, वो इनको ये कहना चाहते थे कि ये लोग क्या करें, बड़ी बड़ी फार्मिंग लैंड को डेवलप करते हैं, राइस फार्मिंग बना दें, व्हीट फार्मिंग बना दें, और कमर्शियल पर्पज क्या क्रॉप्स उसमें लगाएं, जिससे क्या होगी, जिससे कंपनी की इनकम डे बाय डे बढ़ेगी. दैट वॉज द मेन थीम ऑफ दैट टाइप ऑफ पीपुल. दैट्स व्हाई आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग हियर द important of that things. Dear student, I hope you can easily understand what I am saying here. I want to understand you. मैं आपको क्या समझाना चाहता हूं, आप समझ गए होंगे. And these are all, I mean to say that if you remember the report of the Buchanans, where I taught you that Buchanans appointed to search the new places, the new areas, the new regions. For what? For क्या करने के लिए? For collected the important informations, for the record of the informations. I mean to say that he recorded the various important informations for their masters. I mean to say that East India companies. He wrote in diary, he wrote in his accounts about the natural resources, minerals, farming land, forest, granites, coal mines, iron mines, the commercial woods, and these type of other things which was used by the Britishers. If they know about them, यदि उनके पास उसकी सूचना मिल जाए तो वो चीजें ब्रिटिशर्स के द्वारा क्या की जाएंगी, आसानी से यूज कर ली जाएंगी. ये चीजें बताने का प्रयास बुकानन अपनी रिपोर्ट में कर रहा था. You should read who was Buchanan and what was the Buchanan's report. If you will, I think, take my word seriously and you have continuously what? Connecting with me, जुड़े रहें. अगर आप मुझसे जुड़ रहे हैं कनेक्ट, तो आई थिंक देयर इज नो नीड टू, आई मीन टू से दैट कि आपको इस समझने में दिक्कत आएगी. मैंने आपको नेक्स्ट वीडियो में, इसके पहले क्लास में मैंने बुकानन रिपोर्ट के बारे में डिटेल किया है. मैंने वहां पर उनके बारे में प्रॉपर सूचना दी है कि बुकानन कौन था, बुकानन की अपॉइंटमेंट क्यों हो रहा था और उसके पीछे बुकानन के क्या या ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी की क्या रीजन्स थे. मैंने आपको बताया वहां पे कि बुकानन के साथ एक पूरी छोटी एक लार्ज ट्रूप्स चलती थी, आर्मी चलती थी, उसके साथ सर्वेयर्स था, ड्राफ्टमैन थे, कूली थे, और फिर वो एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जाता था, नए नए प्लेस को चेक करता था और उनके बारे में न केवल लिखता था बल्कि वो उनके बारे में ये भी सजेशन देता था कि इन जगहों का, इन मिनरल्स का, इस रिसोर्स का किस तरीके से यूज किया जा सकता है. सजेशंस भी अपने अकाउंट में डालता था. तो इन सारी चीजों को अगर आप करेंगे तो आपको हो और पहाड़िया के कंडीशंस, पहले आप ये समझिए. फर्स्ट यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड द हु आर पहाड़ियाज एंड हु आर संथाल्स, एंड सेकेंड यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड क्या कि आपको समझना है सेकेंड में कि बाय विच वे दे वर यूज्ड बाय देम, आई मीन टू से द ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी, कैसे ये लोग ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी के द्वारा यूज किए गए. ये कॉन्फ्लिक्ट, ये डिस्प्यूट जो थे उनको कैसे खत्म करके पूरी तरीके से इनके एरिया को मिला लिया गया, एंड व्हाई द ट्राइबल पीपुल बिकेम रिबिलियन अगेंस्ट ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी, बिकेम द इंपीरियल रूल्स. देख व्हाई दे अगेंस्ट, कैसे वो इसके विरुद्ध हो गए, क्या रीजंस थे. फर्स्ट वी हैव डिस्कस्ड ऑलरेडी व्हाट टॉपिक्स. वी हैव डिस्कस्ड द टॉपिक दैट कि अभी हमने क्या पढ़ा. वी हैव डिस्कस्ड द टॉपिक पहाड़ियाज एंड देयर लाइवलीहुड्स, देयर ऑक्यूपेशंस and their administrative system. I mean to say that we have discussed the chieftains and their duties. How can they manage their groups? We have read here today. I think you can easily understand what I am saying here. That is the very important thing. Okay. मैं जमींदारों से अक्सर पहाड़ी मुखियाओं को नियमित रूप से पीस खरीदनी पड़ती थी, शांति खरीदनी पड़ती थी. इस प्रकार व्यापारी लोग भी इन पहाड़ियों के द्वारा नियंत्रित रास्तों का इस्तेमाल करने की अनुमति प्राप्त करते और उन्हें कुछ पथकर या टैक्स के रूप में पे करते थे. ट्रेडर्स, जब ऐसा पथकर पहाड़ी मुखियाओं को मिलने ले जाता था तो वे व्यापारियों की रक्षा करते थे और यह आश्वासन देते थे कि उनके सामान को कोई भी नहीं लूटेगा. Here what we have seen, here we have seen the condition that was what? Properly different types way that was settled by the chieftains. The Pahariyas, in the phase of scarcity, they raided on the plain areas people. They looted them and then after they returned back on their place. Sometimes they what? Sometimes they want to prove their power दे रेडेड, क्या करते थे, वो नए क्षेत्रों पे रेड किया करते थे, अपने शक्ति को दिखाने के लिए रेड किया करते थे। और थर्ड, बाहर के आने वाले लोग, इट मीन द आउटसाइडर्स, जो आउटसाइडर्स थे उनके लिए भी लोग अटैक करके उन्हें भी अपने अंडर में अपने प्रभाव को प्रदर्शित करने का प्रयास करते थे। लाइक व्हाट आई एम सेइंग, लाइक व्हाट आई टोल्ड यू, द ट्रेडर्स, if they want to sell their goods in that areas without the permission of the tribal chiefs, they can't. If they pay some taxes, I mean to say the toll taxes or such type of other taxes, if they paid to chieftains, they can easily circulate their trade in that area and that regions. And they were promised by the chiefs of the Paharias that you are not looted in that region. What it show? It show that the new type of taxation that was set up by, that was practiced by the Paharia chieftains. That is the very, very important things. This negotiated peace was somewhat the fragile in it, broke down in the last decade of the 18th century when the frontiers of the settled agriculture were being aggressively extended in eastern India. The British encouraged forest clearance, and jamidars and jotdars turned the uncultivated land into rice field. To the British, extensions of settled agriculture was necessary to enlarge the source of land revenue, produce crop for export, and establish the basis of the settled, ordered society. They also associated forest with the wildness and saw forest people as the savage, unruly, the primitive, and the difficult to govern. So they felt that forest had to be cleared, settled agriculture established, and forest people tamed, the civilized, and persuaded to give up hunting and take the plough agriculture. Here, the starting, I mean to say that the Britishers want to some initiative state in that areas. I mean to say that the forest developers people, they want to take some steps for them. They felt that if the forest developers, हम उन्हें we convince them to change their occupation, and we convince them that their occupations change into the farming. वो जो लूट कर रहे हैं उनकी ऑक्यूपेशन चेंज करके फार्मिंग में कन्वर्ट हो जाए तो ये उनके लिए यूजफुल हो जाएगा। ये बातें वो अगर समझा सके उन्हें तो ये उनके लिए क्या होगा, पहाड़ियों के लिए, उनके बेटरमेंट के लिए अच्छा उपाय होगा, ऐसा ब्रिटिशर्स मानते थे। ब्रिटिशर्स इस प्रकार कुछ ले देकर की गई शांति संधि अधिक लंबे समय तक नहीं चलती थी पहाड़िया और ट्राइब जो ट्रेडर्स थे उनके बीच। 18th सेंचुरी के लास्ट डिकेड तक आते आते जब खेती फार्मिंग क्या हो गई, स्थिर हो गई, उसकी सीमाएं जो आक्रामक रीति से पूर्वी भाग में बढ़ाई जाने लगी थी, अंग्रेजों ने जंगल की कटाई सफाई के काम में प्रोत्साहित किया गया और जमींदारों तथा जोतदारों ने प्रतिभूमि का धान के खेतों में बदल दिया। अंग्रेजों के लिए स्थायी कृषि का विस्तार आवश्यक था क्योंकि इससे रेवेन्यू में उनकी वृद्धि होती और निर्यात के लिए फसल पैदा की जा सकती थी, एक स्थायी सुव्यवस्थित समाज की स्थापना हो सकती थी और वे जंगल को उजाड़ मानते थे। ब्रिटिशर्स जंगलों को वेस्टलैंड मानते थे, उजाड़ मानते थे और वनस्पतियों को असभ्य, बर्बर, उपद्रवी और क्रूर समझते थे। वनवासियों को, फॉरेस्ट डेवलपर्स को, दे फेल्ट दैट फॉरेस्ट डेवलपर्स, दे वर व्हाट, फॉरेस्ट पीपुल टेम्ड, सिविलाइज्ड एंड परस्यूडेड टू गिव अप द हंटिंग एंड टेक अप द प्लाउ एग्रीकल्चर। और वो महसूस क्या करते थे कि जंगलों का सफाया करके वहां स्थायी कृषि स्थापित करनी होगी, जंगली लोगों को पालतू सभ्य बनाना होगा और जो पहाड़िया है उनसे शिकार का काम छुड़वाना होगा और खेती का धंधा अपनाने के लिए उन्हें राजी करना पड़ेगा। इट मीन्स ब्रिटिशर्स हैव क्लियर व्यू दैट विदाउट टेकिंग दैट स्टेप पहाड़िया never can change their occupations According to them, the Paharia, they were tamed, they were what? Uncivilized, they were brutal, such type of the persons they were. I mean to Paharia. Whenever we will not change them, we will not civilize them, then we cannot what? We cannot establish the proper farming land in the native people's area. It means farming, it means the mountains or hilly regions. तो यहाँ पे कुछ चीजें क्लियर है. ऑथर आपको बताना चाहता है पहाड़ियों के ऑक्यूपेशंस को, पहाड़ी क्या करते थे. तो आज के लिए इतना ही. नेक्स्ट वीडियो में इसको फिर कंटिन्यू करेंगे. गुड बाय एंड टेक केयर. टुडे वी रीड about the conditions of the Pahariyas and their livelihoods. Today we also discuss about the conditions of the the hilly regions, and we discuss also the what is the difference between the shifting cultivators and the settled cultivators. What is meaning of the hoe and plow and how they connected with each other, and why the Pahariyas became raided peoples. I mean to say that why the Pahariyas raided on the plains people area. What was the reason behind that? Where I have discussed that there were the two main reasons. First, they want to They want to show their power. And second, in the crisis era, where there are no fooding facilities, then that conditions they attacked, they raided the plains areas peoples. We have all discussed today, and we discussed about that how the trade that was circulated in the Pahariyas regions, and what think about Pahariyas, what think about Britishers about Pahariyas. Britishers पहाड़िया के बारे में क्या सोचते थे, इन सारी चीजों पे हमने बात की. तो आज के लिए इतना ही. नेक्स्ट वीडियो में फिर बात करेंगे. ओके, गुड बाय एंड टेक केयर.